Behave, everyone. I'm here. Can you hear the music, by the way? Ew, you just hear nothing. No! No! Alright, you guys can give me a second while I fix this. It's weird because I can hear music and it's amazing. You guys are just missing out on some peak music. You can hide. You guys have to listen to me sing with no music coming through. I'd confess you'll be mine. Do, 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 do. Yeah, if you really want me... Look, you know what? Here, I'll take my headphones off. You guys can hear the music now. Is that better? Yeah, that's my headphone. See? Yeah, but that's my headphones in my microphone. You guys are eating my microphone. Unhide all. Right, where's my... where's the music going? Why you know what's going on? It's guys. I think I have ADHD, where the A stands for autism, and the DHD stands for autism. So wait, you guys can... Oh, you guys can hear me typing. Oh, I know what to do. This will work. This way will be better. Nah, screw you all. I know what to do. It just means I can't control it properly. I'll just play Spotify through here. So if I pause it here and then close it here and then I can play it through. Ah! Okay, you guys can hear that. Yeah, I know that because I could feel it. Oh, here we go. Right, chat, forget everything that happened for the past 4 minutes, okay? I'm gone. Woo! Try to find. Take a breath, open your mind. Take a run at a time. Hi, chat. And yes, I'm aware. The first thing you're all going to mention is the hair. I'm aware, okay? Listen, a couple things happened. My hair's grown a bit. And I'm the first person to mention. I gained some weight. It's okay. Okay? We don't need to worry about it. You know who you look like, right? What, a mop? Who is that? I know, Mia, I know. A lot. Oh, no. It's all good, though. We thrive, we survive. We live and we're alive. Look at that, Yossi. I know, chat, look. Okay, look. I get it. It's... Where's my... I have a headband. Okay? I just thought I'd show you the length. I'd show you the girth. Edna from The Incredibles. What? And I don't appreciate that one, bro. Alright, chat, listen. How... Them beautiful locks. I know, look. Oof, chat. Oof. They've been growing out. I've been growing for a while. I don't know. Okay, here's some things I need to do. I need to move my phone out the way. Go away, go that way. I need to move that out. You can go that way as well. Coffee. You're staying here. I'm still a massive caffeine addict, chat. We ain't ever going to move past that. I'm just going to move my soundboard a little closer so I have full range, if you know what I mean. Right, chat. Right. Hello. Hi. Hello. It's me. It's been a minute. I get it, okay? We've been gone about... Yippee! We've been gone for a while, but I am now here, okay? I'm back, baby. We are back. Sin, he's here, okay? He's here. He's queer. He's not. He's straight. Let's get that out of the way. It just rhymes. It's kind of funny. Right. I've been waiting for you for the longest time. I'm sorry, bro. What can I say? Except you're welcome, I guess. Hey, man. I dyed my hair blonde and literally nobody recognized me. That's fine. Edna from Incredibles, I'm gonna kiss you. Okay? Nia, I love you. What can I say? Right, and now I'm back. Okay, of course, with chat. Logic, how you doing? Look at you! Hi, Belle. How's everyone? Listen, chat, I just want to know. It's the one thing that's been on my mind. It's been playing on my head. Okay? How's everyone doing? Okay? Welcome back. Woot, 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 woot.
Double kill.
Wrong one. That's what it is. Nothing better. And I'm glad to hear that. I love you. Okay? And that's not a lot. The camera... I pointed at my light, chat, thinking that my light... I pointed at my light over here, thinking that was the camera, because the camera's usually there. It's here now. I've been bamboozled. It's no longer there. Oh, no. Oh. A shadow safety. Oh, wait, chat. Ew, ew, brother, ew. What is that? Ew, brother, ew. Go. What is that alert box? Ew, brother, ew. Where are you? Ew, brother, ew, go away. Ew, you're getting moved, brother. Ew, go over here instead. What's with that old emote? Ew. And Bunny, welcome into the chat. Chat, if you don't know Bunny by now, you all know who Bunny is now. And Dana Skybish. Ew, brother, ew, ew, chat. Look at that little ew. But chat, if you don't know Shadows right now, also thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome into this. Welcome to this internet. We get to see that now. We're here. Also, Jojo, welcome to the chat. Shh. I see you there. I see you, baby. Shinging it out. But chat, welcome in. If you don't know Shadows by now, Shadows is one of my friends from the real world places. Okay? Kind of poggers. He's doing some bits. Okay? And thank you for the tier 1 subby wubby, you little subby wubby bunny boo. You know, who's Bunny? Bunny is... Hello there. Who is Bunny, John? Who's Bunny? Wait, I need to add up my my alerts on sharing. Go to docs, goes to Twitch activity feed, add you there, remove you, and now I can see everything again. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, and I'm here. I'm not. I'm just not. Okay? I'm so happy with being here. Hey, yo, what can I say except you're welcome. Hey, yo, Shadow Stage. Why is it out of the way? Whoop. What's with... Why is it not doing it? Shadows, do another 100 so I can see what's going on. Thank you for the 100 bits, bro. I appreciate it. Chat. I've redeemed Hydrate. I didn't see it. I'm new to this thing. Chat, what is Twitch? I don't even know what Twitch is anymore. I'm new to this business. Ew, brother. Ew. I need to move that. Where is it? Nope, not that one. This one. I need to keep that one. I need to remove that one. Boom. Thank you. And that can go there. And then that can go there. Oh, I'm so old to this. What is Twitch for real? Hey, for real though. What even is Twitch? Shadows, thank you. You're helping me out here, bro. Right, chat. Everyone, say thank you, Shadows, for giving me his money, okay? But I know... Listen. We love Astromania. Last time you streamed, it was known as Twitter. That's true. Last time I went live on Twitch, X was known as Twitter. What even is X? Nobody knows. I do. I love X. Oh, wait, it's still PG-13? Chat, you know what? That's a good question, okay? Let's get spicy, okay? I'm going to mute this. Where's the mute tab? Am I old now? Remind me later. I don't want you to change my password. Stop this. Stop. I'm back. Stealth, welcome in. Spicy. Let's get spicy, chat. I'm going to put a poll in the chat, okay? Manage a poll. Create a poll. We've not done this in a while, chat. Right? PG-13 or nah? Yes. I don't like to swear. Nah. We're too old now. We're too old now. Stop donating. Don't stop donating. Keep doing it. I love it. It makes me feel good, okay? Jojo, thank you for the 11 bits, and Shadows, thank you for the 10 bits as well. Also, I did see before that there was somebody. It was Shadows, in fact, that came through with the in the building with the tier 1 sub, and I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. Jojo again for the 12 bits. Thank you. Chat, we're gonna do a poll. It's in the chat. Just let me know. Just let me know. Do you guys want to stay PG-13? Or do you guys want in the building? Do you guys want to stay PG-13? Or do you guys want to move on to... We're too old. Okay, chat. Listen. How can I... Nia, you've been gone for so long with grandpas and grannies. I know. I will say, though, okay? I know I've been gone for so long, so what's the point in saying this? But I always like to give people challenges, right? And we've got two different... Oh, my God. Okay, listen. Thank you for the 1,000 bits, bro. I appreciate that. Now, here's what I was just about to say. Zine, no. No, we can't do that. What I'm going to say, chat, is if we hit... Because we're about to hit a hype train. And I know you guys like to pull rank on me, tell me that you guys are better than me. But what I'll say is if we hit level 3 or level 5, chat, okay? Do we do level 3 or level 5? And I'll drop an F-bomb. We'll drop the PG rating. I'll drop an F-bomb. But what are we saying? Level 3 or level 5? Because level 3 sounds easy. Okay? And it's you guys. So I feel like level 3 is too easy. I think if we get level 5. Okay, chat. Okay. You know what? If we win a level 5 hype train right now, I'll spin a wheel of what letter bomb we're dropping. Hit N. Oh no! Takes back everything I've ever did in my life. Okay, chat. If we succeed on level 5 on a hype train right now, I will spin... I'll spin the wheel of what word to call you all. And then you guys... No, it's okay. I won't do the N bomb. You're all a gang of nice people and you know this. Okay? But that's it. You guys got 55 seconds. Don't get banned. I know. Imagine. Gets back. Gets banned. Boom. Speedrun on Twitch. But that's it. You've only got one shot at doing it anyway. Okay? So if we hit level 5, that's it. Shadows, pull out your bank, you whiny bitch. I didn't say it. He said it, okay? Well, Someone's a little mischievous. We are a little bit mischievous. He can't Minecraft speedrun if he gets banned. Exactly. I cannot Minecraft speedrun if I cheat the system. I get banned immediately. Boom. Logic. I love you. Welcome in. But, some of us... I love mischievous. We are a little bit... See, Shadows, there we go. Thank you, bro. Thank you for your $1 contribution. He's in the building, chat, and he means business. Okay. So, well, while that's going in the background, chat, you have... I don't have a watch on. You guys have 2 minutes 30 to debate on that one, okay? You guys see why is everyone here that's followed for at least a year? Because... Does that say Danis? Wait, is it Danis Sky, you bitch? There we go. Thank you for the 1,050 bits. I appreciate that one. Is that Tom's second account and he's just doing this? Chat, we're on level 2. Okay, so there you go. You have the level 2. You just won't get to level 5, so I won't be calling you anything. But that's okay. We've got time. You now have 4 minutes 30 to do it. And while that's running in the background, we can talk about some things that we're going to be doing with the channel, you know? The Zut. It's me, Cyan. Hey, go Cyan, bro. How have you been, baby? When do we get to level up? When do you get to level up? That's the thing. What do we do? What is Among Us? What is Among Us? Right, so let's answer some of the questions, right? We had some... It is probably... Okay, to answer that question seriously, though, when is level up? End of summer. End of summer 2024. Hopefully we'll be open and we'll have the doors open. It'll be kind of cool and kind of fun, okay? Does that mean that I am rich? No, it means my company's rich. Give me more of your money. I appreciate it, and I love you all. Okay? Saying I have some potentially exciting news. Drago, spill the tea. Took 5 hours to make a deck. Took 2 hours to upgrade. Do you think it's too much time? No. That's fair. What are we talking about? What kind of deck? What deck are you on about? Pokemon? Besides when you expand to USA, but level up. Hopefully, we'll be expanding level up into... Also, chat, just tell me, is the music too low or is it too high or what are we doing? Just keep me updated on that one, okay? Let me join on my new computer. Oh. Ooh. What music? That is exactly the question I need you to answer. Thank you. Is that better? Is that better for you guys? There is music. Thank you, thank you. It's very, very loud. Nightmare, shut up. I love you, but I shut up. It's not very loud. Is that better for everyone? And Joyson? What do you do? Nia! Thank you.
To take my money, chat.
Hey, chat, we got a weird person in the chat. Ah, look at you. Hey, chat, who wants to do... Ah, boink. First one of the year. Let's go. Thank you. But Nia, thank you so much for your tier 1. It's been 15 months. He's back. Take my money. Take my money, chat. Take my money. I'm okay. I'll take all your monies. Thank you. I love you. 24 moment. It's... Chat, I got a necklace as well. Look. It's a chain, and I like my chains now. I'm a chainy kind of guy. John, look at you, baby. Look at you coming from, baby. Look at you. Thank you for the 1,050 chat. Can we please get a... Thank you in the chat for Tom for giving us his money. Drop the F-bombs in. We haven't hit level 5. What do you mean we can't do that yet? Alright? Gonna go negative balance now? No, you're not, bro. It's okay. Just keep giving me your money, though. It's okay. Repost. I might be fathers in Drago. Let's freaking go, bro. Push down the stairs.
Double kill.
I'm kidding, bro. Or am I? Everyone say you claim first. You've got the first. You've got the first stream, first react this year. I forgot channel points. It's good to see you too, Tom. It's nice to see you too, dude. Well, throughout the time Sina's been away, I got a girl, and then she left me. I got the perfect friend group, and then I got a brain cell. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Ew, brother. Ew, Neo with the 5 gifted subs. Ew, brother. Ew, what are you doing, brother? Ew. Oh no. Can I do the course of the day? What's the course of the day, Graves? You go for it, Scott. Thank you, Nia. Thank you. I appreciate it. But chat, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We need to do a, okay, we'll do a poll of what it's gonna be if you hit it, okay? If you hit it. Okay, but if you guys hit, it's about to be level 4, okay? We've got level 4, you got to complete level 4, then you got level 5, then you got to complete level 5. I think I made it too easy. I think I've still kept it on easy mode. I'll see you on the flip side. Scott, that's an OG Sintrons HD thing right there, dude. Okay? And I love you for that. DJ, welcome back. Ayo, bro, thank you. It's been a long time coming, and look, we're back now, okay? We're back. We're better than ever. Jingle jangle. Chat, look, do you like this? You like this? It's matching this. I'm so autistic, bro. See, in the time you've been gone, I've done nothing of note. That, yeah, fair. Yeah, that's, you know, yeah, totally fair. I love you. Well, I love you more. He got milk. Chat, I did. That's what happened, okay? What happened? Where did I go? I'm going to distract you from the hype train so that you don't do it. What hype train? There is no hype train. Chat, there's no hype train. It's fine. What have I been doing? I went to get milk. What's that behind you? My coat. It's my coat in my room. You know what games are? I don't even know what games are anymore, you know? I mean, there's walls. I wish it was my walls. Magic the Gathering hands. Oh! Chat, so for those who don't know, Taffa Goblin's one of my best friends in the world. I love the guy with all my heart. When we first met, do I say the thing? I won't get banned for saying what you said to me, right? I won't get banned for that. I thought I was your best. No, you are my fire, the one desire. Believe when I say I got it that way. Fire alarm went off, and now the husky sound. Ow! You guys didn't hear anything. Does he have better band skills than me? Nah, that's not true. I've seen you dance. Chat, so for clarification, when I first met Tap for Goblins, what did you say? Oh, you're Scouts. Yeah, that's what's wrong with you. Yes, that was the first thing you said to me was, oh, you're Scouts, that's what's wrong with you. And then told me that he was xenophobic because he hates Scousers. And now he's one of my best friends. And I don't think I could have life without that guy. I did me on PM on DC. Well, that's so many words for no reason, bro. Bah, bah, bah. Mean. Absolutely mean, okay? I checked my DMs for 1 second, chat. Dude. Oh, that's not a nice time for bills to come out. I've just started streaming. A private message on Discord. Stop using all of this language, bro. I'm not used to this language. Party time. It's not part. Oh, wait, chat. You've got 48 seconds before it goes away. We're staying PG-13. It's fine. You guys are dumb. You guys lost. Train, oh, that is... What? Okay, right, chat. So look, let's get into the notes, okay? Now that I'm here. Adam. Adam, what was that? Why? Brother, ugh. Right, let me go and get up the notes. Oh, you don't have Discord command. I do. Huh? Why is Discord not working? Well, this is just fun. Let me get up the Discord commands. Why are you being a little bitch? You guys didn't get level 5, so I don't have to call you it now. But chat, I appreciate level 3 Hype Train. Thank you so much. He didn't quite get to level 4. However, he is a level 3. Okay? Yippee! Let me turn on the... Where are we looking here for? Chatbot, chat commands, custom commands. Discord. Wow. Discord was turned off. Chat, do exclamation mark Discord very quickly. A share bomb. There it is. And now somebody tell me if the freaking link works. If not, I'll fix that sometime, okay? Do yourself right. I fixed it. What do you mean? It's expired? I'm gonna freaking scream like a little child in April. Goes into sin. Goes here. Server. Invite people. Edit invite link. Never expires. No limit. Generate link. There we are. Discord. Chat, try now. Exclamation mark Discord. Try it. Do it. Do it now. Do it. Do it. Father says so. I'll try the link, see if that one works. Is that CG5? What, Yossi? This is CG5. Yeah, this is Vandalize. I love VGR. It is Vandalize. Yeah, you're right. It is. It works. Thank you, guys. Right. So, chat, there is some things that we need to look at. And this is... I have a script. Okay? We have a script today. Half script. Kind of half tells us. Okay? Opinion on Keith Lemon? I like him. Okay? I like the guy. Keith Lemon, kind of a cool guy. Can't complain. Just a nice guy. Funny guy. I like the character, though. You know? Tom! Okay, we needed to talk about this, okay? Buddy, that's not fair. Mentioning my ginger beard. I was meant to shave it off today, actually. And then when we video called, I was like, oh, I forgot. Saying we need a freestyle. I got rid of the freestyle command. I did. I got rid of it. I went to shave it today. But then when we video called, I just forgot to. So, chat, I'm not shaving it. It's still here. Look. Stealth, I need to talk about things. Not doing that on Twitch. I'm not doing that on Twitch. I am not doing that on Twitch. That's a clip. I'm not doing it. Stop. Forget it happened. We move anyway. No, we're not clipping it. That chat, that does not need to happen. It's dusty as well. ASMR. Hey, chat, what have you been up to, guys? Have you been listening to... Chat, how are we doing today, everyone? Have you all been hydrating today? Did you hydrate? Did you go and get yourself a bottle of water in the past hour? Are you hydrated? It's the eye contact that does it for me, chat. I love the vocals. Thank you. I've been working on it all day. Right. Chat, now time for serious topic. What is going on? What is going on now? Right, so I have a half script, okay? A half script of what's been going on, where have I been, and what is next, okay? So I want to start off by saying hello. Hello there. I'm back. We are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. After over a year since my last stream, about a year and a half since I left Twitch fully, I got milk. I went to go get some milk, and what can I say? I got the milk. And I went for Subway as well. But milk's more important. Yeah. But I got it. I came back. Chat, I came back. I came back with the milk. God bless you, the one who actually mods. Yeah, because we don't have Zine in the chat, who's actually a mod that doesn't do anything. He does shit. I've drank 4 big Red Bulls. Tom, don't do that. You'll hurt yourself. Please don't do that. I had Red Bull and it gave me a heart attack. So don't do that. Staying such grass for a year and 2 and the back. I needed such grass. I had to do it. Okay, I had to do it. Eventually, had to do it. Okay, and now we're here. We're queer. We're not queer. It's just a rhyme. Please. I like women. It's a Tom Scar skit. It's funny. I have to be VIP, so I got no responsibilities. You are. I was always debating. I was always debating making you moderator, Ari, but then I thought, no, you can. Woman. It's It's fine. Yeah, I went to touch grass, and by grass I mean tap for goblins is grass. Yeah. So, what's gone? So there is a thing that I wanted to say, and I just wanted to get and clear here and say, chat, is there any kind of questions that you wanted to say first? Is there anything you wanted me to answer? Is there anything that you want to know, like, where have I been in the past? Don't spam the soundboard, Sin. You're back for good? I am back for good. Hopefully this is the return of Sin, okay? Hopefully this is... Oh, chat. Okay, wait, I've just said my thing. Is the music loud now? I have no control over it here. Boss Bo! How are you, bro? Welcome. Someone do a sound alert? Do it, but do the bits one. There's new bit alerts. I added new bits. There's one that's, it's Scooby-Doo's fart and ree-hee-hee-hee. It's really cool. Okay, if it's not, then that's fine. You come to the US anytime soon? Hopefully want to go to the US this year again. Not the ones that... We've heard these ones for years, bro. But it's okay. Can Mother Thing get involved next time? I don't see why not. It just depends on what kind of game it is that we're doing. How long will streams be? Streams will be... same length, but they're going to be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay? Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Streams. What games are we going to be playing? I'm glad nobody asked because I'm about to ask now. What games are we going to be playing? So, I think this is the only fair thing to say, chat. I think the only thing we can really do is say King Lord Sin Daddy III, who we've always known and loved. I'm saying King Lord Sin Daddy IV. I'm just saying, if this really is the return, this should be the forthcoming. And by forthcoming, I mean, I think we should be going down the King Lord Sin Daddy IV now. I think 4 is where we need to be. So what do we think? You see stuck at Among Us? I'm going to probably say Among Us might be off stream, but definitely a community thing. I just think the blend and the way it's just dead. There's no way to grow on it anymore. And I do like watching Overwatch. I'm reading Bunny's comment. Overwatch, yes, probably. I will probably say that Among Us is just dead analytically. There's no way to really grow. Some creators still do Among Us as well. Well, the ones I watch anyway. Yeah, I know. And I played in a couple of creator lobbies since being back. I played with Jay, Ozza, who's now not Ozza Wazza. I think he's just Ozza now. Sophie Texas. I played with Maverick. I miss Mav so much. Well, yeah, I was playing with Jay. In fact, I think that lobby might still be up for me to check. No, we removed it. Never mind. Mav's the best. He is. Let's see if I can actually find this message very quickly. I'm never gonna find that message. Never mind. He is, but I played with a couple of other creators. It was kind of fun. We had a good time. We had a laugh. You know, I enjoyed being back on Among Us. Do I think it's going to grow? No. I think it might have actually hit its I think it's hit its time. But will that mean I'm going to play it? Of course I'm still going to play it. I love it. I love the game. The game's amazing. It's still fun. It was pretty much it was unmodded pretty much as well. We had Sheriff. We had a couple of mods on, but it wasn't a chaos lobby is what they call it now. What even is chaos lobby? I just remember it being modded Among Us or vanilla Among Us, but now it's got names. Whereas Maze these days, I mean, I could message him. See if he can get in. I was talking to him a couple of days ago as well. Live right now, brother. Chat is asking about you. Love heart, love heart. Good guy. Pokemon Nuzlocke. I can't do Nuzlocks, okay? I'm just not smart enough to do a Nuzlocke. I know I'll screw up somewhere. But just hear Ludwig's career and trajectory. I mean, Ludwig was a one-off though, to be honest. Well, okay, so games like Among Us, yes, I'm down to play. Am I going to play it all the time? Probably not. Is it going to be Goose Goose Duck? Probably, definitely not. The game has no growth in it anymore. Love the devs. I genuinely, and I do hope that if any of the devs are watching it right now as well, because I am still friends. I class myself friends with some of them still. There's nothing wrong with the game and me playing it personally. I don't have interest in it. Okay. So, Goose Goose Duck? Probably not. Okay. Minecraft. Will we be doing Minecraft? Maybe. I want to. Okay. I would love to do Minecraft. Ads. You guys got ads? Chat. If you can hear the stream, say haha to the people that have ads. Maybe you should use Twitch Prime. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe it's time to... I'm not going to shotgun a coffee. Are you mad? Look at that. You guys all have adverts. Look at you, you peasants. You weirdo people. I'm getting an ad. Add very Gillette into it. Oh my. Oh my. Right, okay, let's all take a second. You guys got ads? Not me. I guess we have to wait for the ad people to get back though. I kind of feel bad. Chat, how's your day been? You're all back? Oh, it's about time. Brokies. I was subbed but Sin left. That's true. I know, you guys were subbed. But I'm back now, so you all should definitely sub and give me your money. Okay? Now, imagine having autism. Oh, wait. Couldn't be me. So, games like Minecraft, right? Minecraft, I do love. I love Magic the Gathering ads. Why have you got Magic the Gathering ad? You play Magic the Gathering, bless you? Why don't I know this? Why don't I know this, you know? Hate talking Scouse. One times I created. Oh, really? Didn't know that. You play Magic? Oh, you don't? Okay. No. Oh, it's okay. Chat, it's okay. So, back on topic then. Away from Magic the Gathering, because I love the game. I do. I'm addicted to it. Oh, I can't. Who's that Pokemon? It's Syndicate FT. Bro, you've came through with an oldie but goldie tradition that you've never let die. How you doing, bro? Welcome, Sin. I've got to say the line if you're going to say the line. So what I was saying about Minecraft, I'd love to do Minecraft. I'd love to have a server. However, that lets me segue into probably what's going to be the biggest change towards Sin. I think the biggest thing that's going to be a change for Sin is this next game. I've joined NoPixel. I've joined NoPixel 4.0. Now, what does this mean? Well, I think GTA roleplay might be my new favorite streaming topic. I've been playing it for like, Zine, how long now? 3 or 4 days? And I think I've fallen in love with it. I have a character on there. Join the strike. What's the strike? What are we striking for, chat? Did I dono wall somebody? Around 4 days, yeah? See, and in those 4 days, I've developed this character called Mater. Okay? My name is Mater T. Like Terminator, but without the T. And Is that the one with Zerka? Yeah, Zerka's on that. He's on the whitelist version. I'm gonna join the whitelisted one soon. I just want to get Mater from Cars. It is. My name is Mater. Neglecting? Because I'm not neglecting you. What you mean? I'm literally reading your comment right now. But so my character on the NoPixel server is Mater T or Mater Tate. Like later Tater or later Mater. So that's what he is. Okay. I was thinking about getting back into GTA RPs, but I don't have any decent roleplay. Well, reminds me of the time when Pokemon where Ash pretends to be a guy named Tarmator. I love Pokemon. You want to talk to somebody that loves or if you want to talk to somebody that loves Pokemon, talk to Tap for Goblins or Adam in the Discord server. That guy can name more Pokemon than I have brain cells, and I have at least 3. Wagwan. I've been neglected by Sin. No, you have not. I'm right here. I mean, to be fair, chat, I've neglected you all for the past year, and I am sorry. Okay, let me fix that right now. Okay. Is this one gonna? Is there a playlist here? I know what I need. I know what to do. It's changed. Hey, yo, bro. T, how you doing, bro? This guy changed his name so often, and yet I still know who it is every single time. Because you're my only VIP that changes his name all the time. All the time. T, how you doing, bro? Where are we going? Of course, who else? Bro, it's never gonna change. But chat, listen. That's not a happy song. That's a sad song. There we go. Ah, no, that's Lewis Capaldi. No, we can't do that. Sad songs. Is this it? Chat, I would like to apologize formally. I know I've been gone. And I know I've neglected you all. It's been a year. It's been a year. But I just want you to know, it was never you why I left. It was never you. It was... The reason why I left is because I thought life had something better than streaming. I thought there was meaning for me. I thought I could leave you all. And it's not because I wanted to leave you. Just sometimes life happens, you know? And sometimes you have to leave the people you love the most. Just for a little bit. Just so that you can find yourself out. And I think within the past year, I think I figured myself out, chat. And I'm 26 years old now. And that's okay. In the time I was gone away, we all learnt, we all lived, we all had some time to ourselves, and we figured out new things about ourselves. We found out what we were into, what we didn't like, some things that we didn't think we'd ever think about ourselves, and we have that now. Is that not the joyous part of life, chat? And now I can't see now because Logic doesn't like me to have my glasses on. So think about this, chat. Live, laugh, love. Whatever is in your mum's bedroom. Above that bed. You look dumb? Shut up. I cannot see shit. I'm sorry, chat. I can't see anything like this. Okay, so back to actuality though. Yeah, look. I know, I was gone, okay? I'm sorry. Oh well, I'm back now. What are you gonna do? Sue me? Don't sue me. Okay. We have a couple of things to get over with, right? A couple of things to talk about while we still have a couple of topics to talk about. That is, are we going to subdate on the companies? In fact, you know what? A good time to talk about Level Up. Sure, I'll get over with that one. Level Up. I've been working since I left Liverpool, where I was streaming full-time, and we all loved that time. We all loved Old Sin, and I too love Old Sin. However, Old Sin's never going to come back. I moved to London. I lived my own life. I figured some things out about myself. Some things I never thought I'd think about myself. I am now a CEO of a company that's doing pretty well. What else have we got to talk about? The company's doing good. Hopefully, Level Up. You know, if you don't know about it by now, then let me just quickly deliberate on it. What Level Up is we are a hyper gaming center that is going to be opening in summer of 2024. Hopefully, if we have time, maybe it'll get delayed. Who knows? It's the future. We don't know it yet. We have 6 departments. That is a reading lounge for your books and your comics, a tabletop lounge where you can do all of your board games, your card games, your trading card games, all of that jazz. Roleplay such as Dungeons and Dragons and Warhammer 40,000. We have a restaurant, which is the first official Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria licensed by Freddy Fazbear's himself. That's going to be freaking dope, dude. That is going to be there as well. We have a virtual reality lounge where you can either do corporate stuff, casual stuff, or you can either go in and join into the Level Up universe, which is just similar to Ready Player One's Oasis, but we're building it even better and bigger, and it's going to be freaking dope. We're also going to be incorporating GTA 6 into it because who the frick won't do that? What else have we got? The Content Creator Lounge. I love the Content Creator Lounge more than anything in there. Have you ever wanted to get into content creation and you don't have the budget to have the PC like me, or the monitors that I do, or the lighting that I do, or the camera that I do, or the microphone, but you have the personality for it? Well, threat no more, because boy, do we have the product for you. Basically, what we're going to do is we are opening a center that on one of the floors as well will just be filled with different office spaces for content creators, where we will either teach you how to do things. We will teach you how to become a content creator, schedule your times. You can go in it to hire it if you just want to be a content creator and you just need better equipment. You want to edit YouTube videos, edit thumbnails, edit music, produce music. It's all in there. You can do it. Hire it on the hour, by the day, by the week, rent it for the month. You can do all of that, okay? Next is the Casual Gaming Lounge. The Casual Gaming Lounge being the space where you can go and you can just play games with random people, play with your friends, bring them in. And typically people do this for like, people charge for what we do. They charge about maybe 250 to 300 pounds an hour to access something like we do. We do 30 pound a day pass. This feels like a YouTube advert for a Forex company. It's kind of what I went for with the vibe of it. Well, you know, but that's Level Up. That's basically all it is. It's kind of cool. I love it. We're going to be opening hopefully by the end of summer. If not, it might get delayed, but who knows? The future's the future. Swear to God, you stole your PC from a school. I wish schools had these kind of computers back when I was there. That would have been freaking dope. Okay? Focus. I love this song. I'm putting my glasses on, chat. I can't see them, sorry. Woo! Thank you. What Level Up I wasn't listening? Shut up, Jojo. Can't no, please don't. What do you mean? No, don't what? No. My PC's disk drive is from a stolen primary school PC. That's kind of oddly cool, though. You got the disk drive and nothing else. Is there a website? There was a website. We've taken it down because we're upgrading it because, you know, the scale of the company is growing bigger. I want to kind of make sure that the website is up to date with everything. That's all that is for that one. If you join into my Discord server, or if you're not in the Discord server, chat Discord for everybody here. If you're not in the Discord server, join the Discord server. !Discord for the Discord server's link to get into the Discord server. Whew. Okay, now that we got out the Level Up stuff, that's fine. So one rule I kind of want to make, I kind of want to... I know this is not going to be an achievable goal. Okay? You see how you're my guy, right? You want a free pass, baby? Well, to make the last thing that I link about Level Up, we are also doing lifetime passes. But they are only going to be available for either today or next week's streams only, and then I'm going to get rid of them. They cost people like 7 or 8 grand, but for me, I'm just going to charge my stream a lot less, just for like the first week back. It's just like a welcome back kind of perk. Well, let's see. Bye guys, bye money. Have fun with your night. Oof. That was a lot of words, chat. Okay, look. What can we buy? Okay. The Level Up lifetime passes are going to be 16 or 18. Also requiring for the minimum age for this place. Minimum age to get into Level Up building is 8+. Anyone who's younger than 8 has to be accompanied by an adult. But it is 8 plus. Ah. Say less. They can buy a share for this company. That is also, if you ever want to buy stock in the company, you have to DM me privately. I would not be discussing that kind of stuff on Twitch. Where's Level Up going to be roundabout? It's going to be open up in central London. That's where we're going to go. So, where can we buy? You DM me and then I tell you the things. We're going to Level Up. Whee! Yippee! Okay, Oxford Street? No. Okay, so I don't want to talk too much about Level Up anymore just because I don't want to flood the stream with just me talking about it. It's going to be in central London, but that's all I will say for now. Company's too early for me to tell you this as well. But DM if you have any questions. I just don't want to swamp the rest of the conversation with this kind of stuff, okay? Next, Minecraft servers. Do we want to do a Minecraft server? Yes. Do we have time to do a Minecraft server? I don't know too much yet. I want to be able to cover all of the grounds with... Check the answer. I'll check it soon, bro. Don't worry. I want to make sure that we're getting out enough content on all platforms because the goal is when streams finish now, the stream is going to get directly... I see who are following. Tell people to follow them. Just do it. Actually, you follow. If you're not following now, follow. What are you doing? Stop being... I don't know. What are you? A man? Yeah. Got him. So, what I want to do is, straight when the streams are now finished, the streams, VODs are now going to get directly uploaded to YouTube straight away. So if you do think that you've missed out on anything in the stream, it's going to get uploaded onto YouTube anyway. That will be an official Syntrust HD VODs channel. And that's what that's going to be. Then we also have, I'm reading a script as well, chat. So we've got Sin Reacts might be coming back. Might bring back Sin Reacts, who knows. We have Syntrusty Plays, which is going to be all of the games like the Among Us lobbies that we do, any kind of funny game that we do, little clips from the Minecraft server. I have an acoustic guitar. Oh, me too. It's okay, bless you, I know, don't worry. Everyone that's in the chat's probably already following, to be honest. Right now, specifically, it's the first stream back. Discoverability is going to be pretty low. We have Syntrusty Plays, which is going to be for Overwatch, Among Us, smaller games that aren't really going to be discoverable. Main channel videos, I'm not going to be uploading for a while, but I do want to come in and do power for the chat. I'm going to hit you. And then what else? Oh, shorts. YouTube shorts and TikToks. That's going to be really the main form of content because short form content kind of freaking slaps right now, and it's kind of annoying because everybody's interest is so low in trying to watch like 10 to 20 to 30 minute videos unless you're established. So I'm probably going to do a lot of TikToks in YouTube, so I'm going to say. Lifetime Pass is done. That bit's done. That's what's done. Among Us is offline with creators and stuff as well. We want shorts. We do want shorts. I want YouTube shorts as well. I think it's a very funny metric that works well. Zine, do you reckon I tell people about that channel, or do you reckon I just keep that as like a secret research right now? You know what I'm on about. Especially because it's going to be summer soon. Not mess with metrics. You want to just keep it secret? Yeah, that's fair. Secret is no fun. It's not that it's a secret. It's just we're doing some research on something. And I want to know if something will boost something. But if I guess what Zine's saying is like if I don't tell people, then the views won't be boosted. We'll get organic research, which I guess is a fair point, to be honest. And I'm with it. I have 19 hours to spend in my day. I'm struggling to find 2+ hour videos. Watch the Sidemen, or watch the Sidecast, or watch anyone that has like a main channel realistically that has like over a couple million subscribers. They will all have 2 hour plus things, guaranteed. Aye, it's Scott, I'm gonna delete that just because it's a hello there. Is that chat? Is this who I think it is? Is this really my dad? Is this Dad Games coming into the chat? Hey, so what is it? Is it? Oh wait, you want to quack? I don't even. Oh wait, I don't have that anymore.
Congratulations, you have found a bitch.
Dad Games in the Twitch chat. Hey yo, hey yo. So wait, I don't even know. Shifty, am I calling you Swift? Am I calling you Dad? Am I calling you by your name? I don't know. What do you go by now? How you doing, bro? I miss you. Welcome, Wagwan. I've went to British now. Look at this. Have you been, bro? Brian Weck. I love you. Hey, bro, how you doing, dude? It's been a day. How's things going? How's life going? I feel so old and like so generic white man for saying this, but like, how are the kids? I just unplugged my headphones. I broke you in ways I can't even apologize for. That's true. You turned blank. That's funny. Wow. Hopped in from work. Can't say, but I saw the notification. Ha! Right, you still streaming? Just while you're here, I just want to know yes or no. It's fine. Not having it in a long time, bro. The Dad Game streams was such a good time. Chat, if those who don't know, one of the very, very, very first content creators I ever met on Twitch and collaborated with and became friends with is Mr. Shift W right here. Working 7 days a week for the last 2 years. That's pain, bro. That is pain. But I love you. But after it is, bro, that is miserable. That's like French production thing. La Miserables. That's... We don't like the French. Toast. Love you too, brother. I love you, bro. Chat, I love him. I love him to bits. One of my favorite people in the world. That grind will kill a man. True, though. Please stop yapping. I'm turning to bone and dust. Jojo, chat, will somebody go, haha, Jojo. In fact, everybody just say haha, Jojo in the chat. I think you deserve it. I got banned for 2 weeks for saying baguette. I think I'm unbanned, actually. I'm unbanned. Haha, Jojo. Haha, Jojo. Get it? Because Jojo's... I'll get that. Snake. There we go. We got the Jaja ho ho. Oh, Jojo. Aha. I don't like that two people had the same idea to go with the... What is Jojo doing? What is Jojo? Jojo's... I don't know. I don't even know what he's doing anymore. Who even knows what Jojo's doing anymore? Of course, I can't afford vacation and do it. I feel like I need a vacation. Bro, trust me. I need a vacation. I do. But I've been gone for a year. Right, disappear. I love seeing you, dude. It's been a pleasure seeing you again. Stay fresh. Stay sinful. I'll catch you on the flip side. See you later, bro. Chat, I love that, man. Any French is perma-bannable by Twitch itself. It's true. It is true, chat. Anybody that comes in here and starts speaking French, perma-ban. That's not true. Don't make that a thing, okay? Was around, brother. Hey, yo. I'll see you soon. Wait, actually, Shadows. Quick question. Are you still fasting? I don't actually know when Ramadan ends. Later, Shifty. Bye, Shifty. Bonjour, s'il vous plaît. Ramadan's got 20 days left. Nah, man, I broke mine, bro. Around 6 p.m. was when we break it. Yeah, you went to East earlier, bro. I was there. Secretly. 10 days left. Oh, 10 days in. Say less, say less, say less. Ramadan this year is easy. Chat. Just think. What would he say? That's all I'm saying. Or even Ramadan, I don't know. Well, I'm not going to talk too much about religions anyway. I feel like I just wanted it because I was curious because I was in a stream earlier. Shadows also streams. Go check him out. He's kind of cool. A friend from the real lives of mine. There was somebody asked me a question. What was it? Somebody said, which city do you prefer? London or Liverpool? As in my two cities of which I'm from. It's going to be, I prefer Liverpool for the life. It's a lot laid back. I get to chill. I get to focus on Twitch as much more as possible. London is directly 1,000 miles an hour. And I do love London for that, but I'm negative balance too. But you need to just keep going. Keep spending. It's fine. I'll be here claiming all of your money. Chat, make sure that Shadows keeps giving me his money, okay? You live in both? No. I live in London now, but I moved from Liverpool. I visit once a month. That's what I've been doing. Has to dodge roadmen on the daily. It's true. It's why I dress like this. I'm like, Wagwan. You know that? Oh, I've been at my mom's for a week and a half, and time just stopped here. It's weird, isn't it? The second that you leave London, everything does this. Come Croydon. I don't think I'll go to Croydon, bro. I can't do it. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my I don't want to say how do I say it in French?
White skin.
I think that's how the French say it. Oh, hey, Sin. Your live stream announcement thing is broken in Discord. Is it? Why? Did nobody get it? Nobody got it. Okay, wait, you know what? Okay, that's a good point. Let me just, That's everyone. That's annoying. That's why nobody got it. Stream is live right now. Damn it. Let's have a catch up. Ping didn't work before. Thanks for telling me, Dozy. I appreciate it. That would have helped a lot. That would have helped a lot earlier. There you go. Sorry for the ping, everyone, but there you go. She said to me, oh, death. Do 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 do. Bonjour, huh? I can't. I just opened up my DMs from Adam. That was something. Bone apple teeth. What? Right. Man would love to play Among Us. Oh, wait. So, yeah, we will be playing Among Us, by the way. We are going to be playing Among Us occasionally. It's probably going to be offline, and then we might do one stream online, seeing how it goes. Who knows? Who knows? I see. What did I just miss? Creator is a wonderful area. I'm lying. Horrible. I mean, look, it's not actually horrible, to be fair. I've never been. I've not been to a lot of places, though, to be fair. I'm called Among Us now. I played it. I played it a couple of days ago. AK!
How you doing, baby?
Nice to see you, bro. Welcome, Sin. Welcome, Sin. It's been a day. It has been a day. Oh, wait, you said, I'm really excited for this project. You've been cooking up for a year. I'm here the first day. Expect to be there. Bro, I can't wait for it to open as well. K. See, chat, this is what I mean. Why didn't the notification go through? Stupid notifications. That's it. Okay, I've just looked at it. I'm live for someone who wants to stop by. Not on my watch, you're not. You don't put that in my chat. Not in my gen chat. In work, so I didn't see stream pop up. It's okay, bro. Don't worry. The push notification didn't go through on Discord anyway, so. Okay, dog, how you doing, bro? Welcome, Sin, as well. Hope you're having a good day. Chat, we are back full time, and we're back into that. Oh, this is a good thing to answer as well. When's my next stream gonna be? Use the glasses, K, dog, bro. I can't see shit without my glasses. Happy now? I feel like I look so unnatural without my glasses anymore. My glasses need to be on. Chat, what did you all say? Oh, wow, I am blurry-eyed. I have really blue eyes. That's the report. They are now. Since I remember having them. So you just get contacts and cheat the system. No, because my face looks 5 head though, innit, bruv? You know. You got the heresy chat. Y'all ready for this? Yes, I did grow the hair out, and it is it's going grey, you know. Where are you? Where are you? And I'm so sorry. I cannot eat. I cannot sleep tonight. Get it cut? Nah, bro. Like, oh, SpongeBob SquarePants coming through, bro. Goo Lagoon, experiencing the high tide. I feel like a bird with leather and funky skin, and a heart so fragile. Sorry, I'll stop. This home's just a pineapple. Good song. Banging song. Wilson, I need to get back to revision. Great seeing you. Great seeing you back. Hey, yo, man. It's nice to see you too. Oh, wait. My face. That's what happens when I don't put my glasses on. Put your hair back. Fine. When's the next stream? So chat. Okay, this is a very good question actually. So when is the next stream? Next stream is going to be on Monday. So today is Wednesday. I don't stream on Wednesdays, if you remember anyway. I did Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. The new streaming schedule is going to be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Maybe on a Saturday if I've got time to do it. However, I still need to have time to be a CEO. No way to go longer. You so, hey, yo, amigo, how you doing, babe? I know I do. Ready? Look at this, bro. It's so long. It does need cutting.
Enjoy.
Hey, yo, thank you for the prime, baby K-Dog. I appreciate it, dog. Thank you. And see this? This is why I'm glad to be back. You guys never fail to come through, and I love you for that. My glasses are going on, chat. I'm so fucking blind. I mean, I'm so freaking blind. Spend my days in a good like you. Experience in a high time. Thanks for the prime, bro. Hey, Classy, welcome back, baby. How you doing? Speak up. I can't see you. Guys, say it louder. I'm blind. Donate to the swear jar, Sin. I'll donate. Chat, which phone do you want? My work phone or my phone? Which one? Ballers. Hey, Dommy. Nice to see you, bro. Welcome, Sin. We are back. Your phone? You want my okay, you want my personal phone, not my work phone. That's kind of funny because the work phone is the one that's got all the important contacts on it. You guys just want me to, like... my personal phone's got, like, my Snapchat and my Instagram. My work phone's got, like, other CEOs. Which is a good thing to point out. Okay, so chat, this is the important thing I need to make sure that I say. The reason why... I'll snap you. Say less, baby cakes. Hi, Angel. How you doing? I'd rather you keep something very valuable. Okay, well, in that case, I'm keeping both my phones then. Nutcase. What I'm going to say... I need to make sure I get this clear. The reason why I'm not going to be streaming on Saturdays and Sundays and on Wednesdays is, don't forget, as much as I do want to be full-time content creation, as I am going to be, and I will be, and I will uphold that, don't forget we are doing YouTube, main channel, second channel, reaction channel, VODs, YouTube Shorts, TikTok. We're doing Twitch streams and a TikTok VODs channel, a Twitch VODs channel. As well as streaming full-time on GTA Roleplay, Minecraft, Overwatch, and Among Us at times, with a mixture every now and again. I need to make this clear. I am still a CEO. I still need to make sure that I have time to do my job. I still need to make sure that my company is going to be open. Because this, don't forget, this is the reason why I left in the first place, is to make sure that there was a home for gamers, of all gamers, around the world. And if I was to leave now... What's the point? What's been the point of the past year? I may as well just stay streaming every day. Okay? You're a CEO? I am. I'm now a CEO of a company. It was your hat. My hat! Wait, my hat's up there. My hat's on my shelf. What does your company do? It's Level Up. Level Up is the all-around gaming center for gaming, whether that's VR, tabletop, casual gaming, esports, reading, card games. You name it, we do it. That's what it is. I realistically should... chat, if somebody can clip earlier, just go back in the VOD after the stream, clip it, and just save it as a clip for what Level Up is, so we can just do exclamation mark Level Up, and then somebody can just watch it and just see what it is. That'd be a good idea. Hi, it's been a while. How are you? Angel, I am doing fine.
Fantastic.
You know, I am. I'm also the king of nerds. I am. But I am good though, Angel. Thank you for asking. How have you been? I know it has been a day, but we are back. We are... Twitch is TOS, man. I can't make half the jokes I want to make. How much have I changed in the past year? I'm glad you didn't ask. too much. I feel like if I was to actually like unleash and say some of the things I want to say, I get banned. Adam, imagine me talking like, imagine me talking as if this was our Overwatch chat. Buddy, that'd be spicy. Is Twitch TOS that restrictive? What rhymes with back but has an L? If I was to say, hey guys, I'm back, and people would probably get very much like, what are you doing, Singtrosity HD? I'll be like, it's a joke. You can see very clearly I'm not. But it's too easy to get cancelled, you know. I miss the good old days. Okay, dog. That's why we're back now, no? We are here. I do... Bald? No. 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 Someone who loves me. I need someone who needs me. Cause it don't feel right when it's late at night and it's just me and my dreams. Cause I want someone who loves. That's what I want. How do you clip? You go back into the stream itself and you just clip it. I don't know. It's just something that... Shadows, you're a streamer, bro. Chat go, haha, Shadows. Because he doesn't know how to stream. I do miss the old days as well, Jojo. But don't worry. Listen, that's why we're doing things. Okay? If I was to fly to London to go to Level Up, will I see you? Yes, I'm there every day. I will be there every day. I am going to have my own streaming setup inside of Level Up because we have a streaming facility for other streamers. I'm going to have my own office built into there as well so that I can also stream and do content creation as well. That way I can operate live in the building and operate the building. Mix and match. Don't grow up. Level Up. I'll be there just vibing. You'll be getting paid to be there as well. Just vibing. Business streams? Yeah, kind of, sure. I don't see why not. Just kind of like, you'll just see me running away, be like, chat, I'll be back in 5 minutes, and it's just me kicking somebody out. That'd be cool. I just have money to fly to a different country, can't be me. I mean, can't really, I mean... Wait, hold on. Oh, cracking open a good one. Not sponsored. I actually feel like that Costa cold brews are minging, by the way, chat. They're gross. Level Up Live. I'm going to the UK in August. We'd love to check it out if it's already open. Well, if you're going in August, you potentially might see it because we're meant to be opening in summer. So you actually might see it, Angel. That'd be kind of cool. I already tried getting them to. I won't do it. I'm sorry, chat. I won't do a Genshin stream. We did get sponsored by them and I just turned it down straight away. Even when I was returning to chat, when I was returning to Twitch, they did offer me a sponsored stream. My answer to them was, you can't pay me to do a Genshin stream for my first stream. It just made no sense at all. Love Genji Impact. I love Genji Impact. Wait. I love it. Who wants a Rock Simulator stream? Dummy, we've been trying, bro. You've been trying this for too long. And I'm saying continue. Never give up. Never stop giving up, okay? Never stop giving up. Yes, I think. You get the point. Swimming to another country is free, but not recommended. I mean, it's free, but I don't get it. Why are we so... You know when you go into a game and they're like, you can't go there yet, you haven't unlocked it. That's basically just the real world, isn't it? Chat, is my stream breaking for you guys, or is it just my relay? No, it seems to be back for me. Frame loss, yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. Is it all good now? Lucky me. Crunchy. Is it better now? Oh, no. Oh. It was buffering. Yeah, okay, cool. I've got my... Whoa! I've got my stream open. You see? Oh, I know. I do. Ooh, woo. Aye. Any new show you like? Chat, I've always been, and I will do this as a diet. I know. Chat, I'm so sorry I had to show you though. The display capture, my monitors are switched over because I normally have my stream on my right monitor. Because of the new desk and everything, I had to switch it over, so it's in the wrong position now. It's kind of... Sorry. I know. I'm sorry, chat. Any new shows that I like? Chat, what is your favorite shows right now? I am still a die-hard The Walking Dead fan. I am fully up to date, and if you are not up to date and you do watch it, I'm sorry. I won't spoil anything. However, what I will say is the spin-off shows are amazing. If you do like The Walking Dead and you've watched very, very, very up to date and you're up to date, like I mean up to date. Insane series. The OG Transformers. I like the Transformers movies. I'm not a movie or show person. I only watch one show. No, that's a lie. I watch two shows. I watch Rick and Morty and I watch The Walking Dead. Twitch been having a buffering problem lately. I've been seeing this. I just got told to I basically got told to f off by some people because we're like, stop trying to tell a streamer not to stream. I'm like, I'm not. I'm just watching your stream. You I watched Karen Pyrie on ITV and it was a 9 out of 10. Can recommend it. Don't even know what that is. Twitch is still a potato. Some things never change. Some things never change. Ain't that right? Some things just don't change. However, what thing is changing is chat. Just to reiterate, new games of which we're going to be doing on stream. Under the Bridge by Red Hot Chili Peppers. I can't play a lot, okay? Aspen Hotel or Owl Houses. Again, I don't even know what these are. Damn. I like post-apocalypto survival. I do. Yeah, like my 68 flavors of autism. Why not 69? You were so close to making a good joke. Okay, so shoutouts, clearly you missed the games. I also have ADHD, which is why I stray away from topics very easily. So, what games are we going to be playing on stream? Okay? Games that we're going to be playing on stream are as the follows. And those are the games. If you didn't listen to, sorry. Okay, the games that we're going to be playing on stream mainly is going to be GTA Roleplay. We have recently joined the No Pixel server. I am a tow truck driver named Mater Tate, okay? Like Terminator, but without the ter. And it's kind of cool. I've been loving it. I've been playing with Fairly in the chat, also known as Zine, one of my good friends, and the old Minecraft server owner that we used to host. Really, really cool guy. Love the guy. We've been playing on the GTA Roleplay server called No Pixel. The past couple of days have been 4 days. We have our characters. We have a tow trucking company. Pretty cool, pretty cool. It's kind of goated, not gonna lie. I will be streaming that. The streaming schedule is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. 4 days a week. Now, on top of that, we are going to be doing Minecraft if we can, and if we do have times, I do want to do it, and I will also try and make time to make the Minecraft server up and running, so we can still have a Minecraft server and we can still make content on there. I still think your mic is delayed. Try refreshing the stream. That might just be what it is, because according to my screen, it's not. The Minecraft server, if you can make content, we'll make content. I think Minecraft on YouTube is still good. It's what I think is going to be going on. I think it's what's still going to be good. It's good on my end. Cheers, boss. I appreciate it, dude. Overwatch. I do want to stream Overwatch. I would love to, and I would like to make a YouTube series on this. Refresh the stream. Thank you, guys. Exactly. If it's lagging for you guys, or if the mic is a little bit delayed, just refresh it. If it gets a bit crunchy, refresh the stream. If I smell bad, just refresh the stream. Thank you. Johnny Minecraft wants if it could. That's cool. Do it. Now you get an ad. You do get an ad. Chat, if you're hit with ads, subscribe. Use your Prime if you haven't. Do it. Just give me all your money. Why is the streamer give away stuff on the intermission? I don't know. Thank you, Sin. No worries. I don't know what you said. I'm just chat. I guess we just gotta wait for the people to get back with from ads. So how's your day been? First day back. I know not everyone's gonna be a sub unless somebody just gifts a shit ton of subs. Then everybody's gonna be having ads. So we may as well just wait the ads out. And I hope you guys don't leave, because I've got some freaking important information to tell you. Don't you know? Also, Sin, I find it kind of funny on how the last message I sent before today was a Gartic phone gif. No. Gartic Phone would be kind of funny to play. I still enjoy community games, don't get me wrong. I still very much do. We might get back into it once the community starts flowing in a bit more, and we start talking a lot more in there. Kind of cool. What's this song? I'm Over You, it's called. It's called I'm Over You. Procrastination is going to be the death of you. Procrastination really is the death of me, though, to be fair as well, Classy. So, speaking of procrastination, back to the games. So, like I said, games that we're going to be playing. I would love to do an Overwatch top 500 grind, but I don't think there's enough time to stream Minecraft, GTA, Minecraft, and Overwatch. So I'm going to be kind of upset about that one. But I do think Overwatch would be an amazing thing for me to grind. I'd love to do that, especially in ranked. Chef Kiss. Should play Infinite Craft. I've played Infinite Craft and I've got quite a lot of first things. Check out Foxhole. It's a great game for groups. I will also check that out, Dummy. Make sure to DM it me, though, because I forget things I'm talking about. Never mind things in an hour. But community games would be kind. Yes. Oh, there's an ad in progress. Chat. Some of you have got ads now again. Screw you. Sorry. But yes. So like I was saying, Minecraft. I'd love to do it if there's time to do it. We might be able to do it. I really do hope we can do it, though, because I do love Minecraft. Do we also have time to do GTA? I'm going to be doing GTA. GTA is going to be the best thing for me, I think. You should play Library of Ruana on stream. I'll bet. Logic, is this you? Don't forget, Logic, I bought your Minecraft, so this is technically your only one. I don't know. I'll look into it. Sure, I'll look into all the games of which people want me to play anyway. Put it in the suggestions tab on Discord, and then we'll look at it. Friday Night Magic stream. Could do a Friday Night Magic stream. That could be cool. I might not be able to do it over Discord or anything because those streams don't look great quality and they don't pull views in at all, so it might be damaging. We could just stream it in Discord and just play our decks. That could also be cool. But I'll be streaming as well, so it depends. We'll have to find Friday Night Magic, but for a different day. You know. Roblox? I'm not playing Roblox. Chat, that's never going to change. If I wanted to be a pedo, I'd play Roblox. That's the only people I know that play those games. It's such a weird game. Genshin? I'll not play. True, Scott. Nah, I can't do Genshin either. There's just certain games I just can't do. I got 21st Discoveries on Infinite Craft right now. Actually, you are hooked on that game right now. I'm joking. Or am I? No, I'm joking. It's just not my game, to be honest. I tried watching friends play it, and I'm just like, you know, I have to voice act Logic on the on GTA roleplay. I have to do it. I'll join for Friday Night Magic on a Friday, not Friday though. We might do it on a Wednesday every now and again, like every 2 weeks. Do it on a Wednesday. Stream it. A D&D campaign. I would love to do a D&D campaign, but that is a lot of time of which I don't have right now. Especially if I'm coming back to Twitch full time. Don't forget, chat, we're doing GTA, we're doing Minecraft, hopefully doing Overwatch as well. We're doing Among Us in the community. I'm probably going to be online as well. The only problem is it's going to be on YouTube, Twitch. It's going to be on Shorts, TikTok. It's going to be on second channel, third channels. It's going to be on every kind of social media platform. It's going to be pushed to the second. It's going to be pushed to every corner of the square globe. You know, Magic Arena or actual cards. I mean, either or. I play Arena. I haven't played Arena in a while, but I don't mind doing it. It's so cool. I'll be the Magic Judge. You could be a Magic Judge. To be fair, you could be a Magic Judge. I don't know why you're not. Or is it just because he's old? He can't VA. I have you know, Mater is a great character, and the American's not actually as bad as I thought it was. You've been yapping for an hour now. That's the point. It's a return. Are you assigning as a judge? I don't think he'd want to be honest. Too much work for too little payoff, I think, is what we said last time. We have a friend that was going for it, and we were just kind of like... It's like being a police officer in the UK now. There's just... Why? There's no threat perception for the police anymore. I was years ago, but the politics are stupid. I know. I just like playing casual. I've got Shieldred the Apocalypse as my main deck, and then a Kadira for Bunny Generation. It's kind of cool. I enjoy it. What's your stream today? Is just chatting, just catching up, telling everyone what's going on. Yeah, that is what the stream is today. And then I don't really think there's any more. I think I'm going to join into the queue of NoPixel. Play with Meta for a little bit. Steam, not stream. Oh, what's my... Oh, thanks, boss. I am blind. What is my Steam? Centrosity_HD. So it's the same as everything, just with it. You know. Underscore. I like playing casual. It's not followed by shit. That is casual! Adam, tell him. I can't recommend being a judge. It's not really worth it. Or is the highest rank in it? Yeah. Have you heard of our Lord and Savior, Cranko Mob Boss? What, you mean that very weak Goblin deck? It is not casual. It is casual, okay? It has Mana Crypt in it. That's as casual as it gets. Chat, if you don't know what Magic Gathering is, I'm so sorry you have to witness this conversation. I can use any commander, but it's how the deck is built. Yeah, I built it casual. I put Mana Crypt in there, so it is casual. It's a 5. Oh. Play Starscream. Adam, tell me if it's worth it or not. It's casual for Sin. You built it a bit unusual. Excellent. Mana Crypt does not belong in every deck. No, but it belongs in my... No, it does not belong in every deck, but it's in my shielded deck because she's my CEDH commander. What's the point in just playing CEDH? Just play some EDH and then play some CEDH. Hey, boss, is that a follower emote or is that a... It is a follower. Oh, yeah, I added a new emote, chat. Oh, so wait, that's a good thing to point out. I did change Max plays. Okay, Starscream. Okay, you have to tell me. So don't play because Max does it. That's great advice, to be fair, chat. Yeah. Now, my friend group isn't only people who agree with that. Yeah, why does it need? It doesn't need to be in everything. It ruins most games. Yeah. So chat. There is new follower emotes that you can have. I think the Centrosity Hey and the Centrosity Love. I think they are the two follower Sin emotes. And then you've also got the donut because you know you're a donut fam. You're stupid. All of that jazz. We've said it before. We said it again. We'll always say they're the 3 ones. There we go. Sea of Thieves is one of my suggestions. I tried Sea of Thieves. I just didn't like it. I really do wish I'd stuck with it, but I just never got behind it. It's too boring. Up on Phasmo. I don't think I could play Phasmo. I think it's just boring. Oh, chat, I'm so sorry, but I think Phasmo is so boring. Like, Dead by Daylight and Phasmo, I think are the lowest viewed streams I've ever gotten. Just because you can see how bored I am. And I think your stream transposes to your actual in-game personality. I just think I'm not built for that game. I think I'm just built different. There's Phasmo in Fortnite? Really? That voice? Wait, no, it's... That's the voice. Ultra Kill? What about some single player games? Maybe Final Fantasy, MGS. I don't think I'll be doing some single player games, to be honest. I think the main thing I'm going to be doing is the way to grow on Twitch is through content with other people. It's just the way it is. Would I be doing it if I was partnered? Yes. I'd play solo games more often if I was... I think Overwatch can also be, because it's like, I'll say for your example, Adam, is if I was doing a ranked game, I might have to do solo queue every now and again. So I think that would classify itself as a solo game. So I don't know. It just depends on what we're doing. There's not a lot of like solo games I could really do right now that are popping. Like, chat, what are some solo games that you'd play? Mario Kart Wii? I can't play Mario Kart Wii on stream now. I could get an emulator. Yeah, I could get an emulator. Oh, you told me that I should get a magic section for Discord. I probably should, to be fair. I didn't realize that there were so many people that were actually into it. Base? It is. It's a base comment, chat. Adam is kind of based. Fallout. I love Fallout 4. I do. It's Chef Kiss. If Chef Kiss was a personification. Why is my vocoder over fine. What is going on? Oh, I know what it is. I've got software that makes my this background blurred. It's using its own AI to do it. It's kind of, I get it. It's fine. I just one of the first streams that isn't magic centered. Where I have so many magic play. I know, right? I didn't think there'd be anybody that's really bothered in about it. I saw the finish line and got every shell that went from first to ninth in 3 frames.
Emotional damage.
How does Sin actually have such a big following of Magic the Gathering players? I don't know, but you know what? I'm here for it. I love Magic. What can I say? Hey, Zine, want to see what I got? I got that in Comic-Con last year. No shot? Yeah. I know. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I bought it at Comic-Con and got it for 300. I not even gonna... To be fair, I spent a lot of money with the guy. But yeah, I spent a lot of money with the merchant and was like, hey, will you do it for 300? He was like, no. I was like, I've spent so much money with you, bro. Give me it for 300. And he was like, fair. And then I was like, I'm going home if you say no. I'll guarantee you the sale now if you do it for 300, but I'm going home now. And he was like, okay, cool. That was 2010 set. Older than 2010. I think it's... Wait, EGX... Oh, wait, was it EGX? It might be EGX. Yeah, it was your gaming, yeah. That's 2010 set. Okay, cool. You're gonna keep them sealed? No, I didn't. I cracked them at the event with Adam. And then, if anyone knows Gavin... This is a funny story. Chat, if you know Gavin Verhey, he's the creative director of Wizards of the Coast. Adam, who was Tap for Goblins, was there with me, and I bought the box, we cracked it open, and I said to Adam, hey, who's someone funny that I can tag in this on Instagram? If you don't have me on Instagram, go follow me. It's at Level Up Sean on Instagram. You'll see all the stuff I do there. I post every now and again on the story. You get to see what I'm up to in the day-to-day. But I posted on my story and was like, who do I tag? And he was like, well, I don't freaking know. Gavin Verhey? So I was like, okay, say less. So I tagged Gavin, and then Gavin followed me on Instagram, and then we were talking, and then I invited him over to London for my birthday, and then I had to cancel it because I was working. But yeah, I was gonna play Magic with Gavin, but now we're chill. Now we're friends. I'm friends with the creative director of Wizard of the Coast because of that. Just because Adam gave me a random name. If that was Wildwake, I bought some other packs. I'm not gonna lie. Next time that we're at the convention, I'm going to be buying a lot more old packs. How did I get here? Kirito, how you doing, dude? Welcome, Sin. How have you been, bro? It's nice seeing you. Raziel Drive says 2010. Lovely. A Baldur's Gate? I've not played it. I've not seen anything to do with it. Do I want to play it anytime soon? Maybe. Is this gonna work? It's not gonna show. Hey Zine, you want to see what Level Up bought as an asset? Can you guys make this out? Oh, is that a time? Did you say is that Time Twister? Is that? It is an Ancestral Recall. Is this a Black Lotus? Is this a Mox Ruby? I need to look where I'm putting these down as well. Sapphire. Emerald. Opal. That's Pearl. And a Time Walk. It hurts how unprotected they are. They're not unprotected. They're sleeved. And to be fair, no, they live in each. They have a case each. To be fair, it's just they go in the case. I seal the case shut. Each one of them. You need top loaders? No, they're in crystal case. I don't mess around with these cards. I just got them out so I could show you guys. There, so it's been 3 years. Damn, that's nuts. Type the answer into the chat. Someone type a level up Sean in the chat, please. Holy Jesus sin, that's terrifying. You tell them with your bare hands. Oh, touchy. They're beta cards though, not alpha. Eat the Black Lotus on stream chat. You won't. You're right. I couldn't. I could not do that. I'm sure it's called embezzlement. No. It's not for me to use. They are actual assets. They're going into the Level Up has a museum of gaming history that we're going to be putting in there as well. Those cards are going in there as part of Magic. I'm trying to get them signed by the artist as well. Oh wait, no. As in not the instant. Just do this. There you go. There you go. 50,000 subs and nearly done stream. Chat, you know what? To be fair, if somebody done no, I couldn't do 5,000 subs. That would be stupid. I have 2 Lotuses though. One that's an Alpha Lotus, and then one's the Power 9. Oh no, it's not an Alpha Lotus. I thought it was an Alpha Lotus. It's a Beta Lotus. That would almost pay for another. No, because Twitch would take the money out. Then you've also got to convert it down to pounds, and then you've also got to pay tax on it. So I'd get about a quarter of it. This man could retire for another year. I wouldn't. Chat, even if I had 50k subs, I wouldn't retire for another year. I hated not being on Twitch. I was just a little bit busy, you know. It's in help. What? I've put it in. Look, Scott, there you go. It's there. Look, read the chat. It's there. I've done it for you. I'm good. Doop, 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 doop. Loves 30 seconds mouse. That's why I said almost. Oh, Twitch is so greedy. If you're an affiliate, yes, because you only get 50%. I get 100% of the bit value, but the customer gets taxed on it by paying a premium. Level Up, that's my Instagram. If in case anybody wants to go on and just see what I do in my day to day, that's Instagram. That's the only thing I'm verified on. I just say in case you want to see like random stuff every now and again. For 51,000 subs. But that's dollars, and then you convert it to 200. I mean, then Twitch takes 50%, which is 125,500, and then 125,000 in pounds from dollars is going to be like 89,000 to 92,000 pounds. So, out of $250,000, I'm only actually getting about 90,000 pounds. That's not me saying 90,000 pounds not enough, but that's a lot. Is that you in the profile pic? It is me, Scott. Yeah. I was 14 when I first started watching you. Damn, bro. Look at you. You're all old now. But okay, I mean, I think that's a good point to bring up. Is I think that's why it's a good reason why I'm now in Kirito, we can't mention ages in chat. It protects you. It protects me as well. What I think is a good point to mention is I think we're going to be dropping the PG-13. I didn't even check what the poll said. Freaking hell. Maybe it's like a fifth of the price of the Black Lotus. Unfortunately, it's just stupid how little you get from Twitch, but it's such as life though, isn't it? That's the wrong button. Wait, what was the... Let me just look at the poll. What did the poll say? You're going M-rated? I know. I just want to see what people say. Oh, to be fair, it was a 7-to-1 ratio of a win. Everybody said, nah, we're too old for PG-13. The poll was all for dropping PG-13. Libby. Wagwan. How are you, Libby? Welcome in. God, that's one person who's just making me feel old now. It's insane how pricey a Black Lotus is, even though they're not legal to play. It's the card market though, ain't it, bruv? You with the face. Have you had a good mental health day? I miss you, bro. Just wanted to check in on you to say it's Chester Vance's birthday, and as you know, somber day for me. Have to check in on my friends today. Raf, look, what would the LP stand for in your name if it didn't stand for little bit of love, little bit of loving? Aye, for Linkin Park. I love you, bro. I am doing good mentally. I'm doing a lot better, which is why I'm back on Twitch. I have the time to dedicate to the people who I love the most, which is why I'm back. I love you, chat. We all send love to people. If you don't know who Chester Bennington is, he is the well, I want to say lead singer of Linkin Park, as everyone's always going to know him as. And if you don't know about him, give him a quick little Google. Sensitive topics to talk about on Twitch for some people, so I won't delve into it too much. But Raf, you bring up a good point. Chat, I hope you're all having a good day, and I hope you're taking care of yourself. I appreciate you coming by, man. It's nice to be back in, and it's nice to see you. You're following me for almost 3 years. That's crazy. I know, Livy, and yet you're still a pain in the ass. Aye. I'm surprised at how much community is into Magic. Oh, Raf, we're just talking about Magic the Gathering. Chat, speaking of which, Raf also loves Magic the Gathering. It's my birthday in a few hours. Libby, really? You're even more of a pain in the ass? You don't say? I know, bro. Look, I've taken them out of the cases to show people, so I'll show you as well. Do you play EDH? I play EDH and CEDH, yeah. EDH, I play Kadira, the bunny generator, and I play Shieldred the Apocalypse for my CDH deck. Ew, CDH, bro, sorry. I mean, to be fair, it's casual plus. It's Shieldred the Apocalypse. She's not really the most atrocious person. In a minute, I'm gonna need a sentimental man or woman to pump me up. Feeling for scene, looking in my Belicia seed. But Raf, you ready to see my my most expensive purchase ever for my company? I've took them out. Right, I've taken them out of the case. I've had to say this to chat. I have taken these out of their crystal cases. He saw it. Right. This might not. We all know what it is if you know it. I have to carefully look at where I'm placing these. It's a full beta Power of 9 in near mint condition, all of which are sitting in a crystal case. I have them all sitting in these cases. I bought them off of a private vendor. You say show us the blue core? Yeah, bro, you know what? Let me get my yo, chat, you know what? 10 tier 1s and I'll cut one open for proof. If you're not playing a vintage deck, it's chat, remind me to put them away, please. I don't want to forget that. It's a flex. It's not even a flex. No, my company Level Up, we're gonna have a gaming history museum, and I think it's a I'll remind you. I know, bro. I know. I'm gonna have a museum of gaming history, and I think that beta Power 9, because Alpha Power 9 is just 10x expensive for no reason. But we're going to be putting them in there. I'm friends with Gavin Verhey, who is creative director of Wizards of the Coast. I'm going to try see if he'll help me out getting them all signed. I want to get the creator and the artist to sign them both. You know? But that means I'd have to fly out to the States to see Gavin. I wouldn't get them to fly out here. But Libby, it's a game called Magic the Gathering. God bless. Such a Mando, you know? Gaia's Cradle's overrated in my opinion. Gaia's Cradle? Oh, wait. Oh, we're talking, oh, so you were replying to Drago. I was like, okay. Can't lie yet. Jill has been a pain in my backside this week during Mock Week. Listen, don't give Jill any hard times, okay? I love her. She's amazing. Listen, stop being a bitch, okay? Do your work. You'll be fine, okay? If you like her, then... Oh, I hate Jill. Listen, Libby. I'll come back to Liverpool and I'll kick your ass, okay? Ah, she has a cute dog. I've not met her dog. I've met her daughters. I went to prom and then I had a dance with Jill and got a picture with Jill and her two daughters. That was kind of cute. I remember that like it was yesterday. Do some comp casual spell table ETH. I mean, I'm game. I'm always game for some magic. I just need to make sure that my schedules, Raf, now that I'm coming back to Twitch, my free time, I'm doing GTA role. I'm in No Pixel, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. And Kabisco, yeah, do it. Send me over, and I'll try find a day to make time for it. I love magic. I do. I just wish it is weird. Why is there so many of you that love magic and that we've just never spoken about this before? Everyone is just like, yeah, Magic the Gathering, you know, love it. Talking about who our commanders are and shit. That's so cool. I met a dog in Animal Care. You guys have an Animal Care? Fair. Is the GTA server free for us to play? I mean, I have so much time in a day. Make time. Do something with your day. Make some money in that day. I find a way to make some income. Because you're a damn nerd who's obsessed with Among Us. I mean, it's true. Yeah, that's true. I know. I am a nerd that played Among Us. And listen, I still am. I played with Jay Fletcher the other day. It was cool. Played with Ozza and everyone. Oh, wait, Logic. You wanted to check my DMs, didn't you? I'll check. I need to... Bella, did you just refer to me by my legal name? Also, Bella, I hope you realize you look amazing in that dress. Okay? I love your necklace. Now, I forgot what I was just talking about. My trail of thought's gone. Oh, yeah, I played Among Us recently. Kind of loved it. Don't have time for it. I'm uploading YouTube main channel, second channel, reaction channel, VODs channel, YouTube shorts, TikToks. I think that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I think that's just it. I think that's all I'm doing. But I'm also doing GTA roleplay on the No Pixel server, which, by the way, it is. Doing my due diligence here. Hats up, buying, checking on our friends. Hard on a day for myself. Listen, it's fine. Listen, if you need to disappear, Raf, disappear. We can always chat another time. Drop me a DM. I'll reply the second I get the chance. You're a brother, and I love you for that. And I also really appreciate you coming by. Disappear. Go do your shit. I love you. Chat, say bye to Raf. He's an amazing person. Always will be. Always have been. Okay? See you later, Mo. Take care of yourself. You're doing Animal Care for GCSE. Libby. Do I trust you with my dog? An hour and 12 minutes. How exciting. An hour and 12 minutes until what, Libby? What is happening in an hour and 12 minutes? You know what's happening. It's when you get your ass kicked. Hey man, if I learn how to do some better editing, could I be an editor? Dog, if you do some better editing, send it over to me. I'll see what we can do. 100%. Whoa. True. Oh, wait, Jojo, you're chilling in the chat? I know you are. When aren't you chilling in the chat? I'm mad at you for modding Bella. Hey, Bella. Jojo said, I'm mad at you for modding Bella. You should unmod her. I'm not here to stir some shit, but I'm here to stir some shit, you know? We say it live. We say it live. No Pixel is a famous GT. What did I miss where someone was saying that? Oh, no, you're just describing it. No Pixel is a famous GTA role-playing server that offers 3 servers, 2 public for anyone to join, and 1 whitelisted, which is primarily filled with streamers. That's true. The 2 primary ones, I play on Blue. Yeah, that's fine. I play on Blue, which is a good one. It's busy. It's fun. The people on there are fun. But it's a vibe. Okay? It is indeed a vibe. All my life I've been loved. I never felt a love like this. Yeah. I know logic. I know. I didn't want to say. I did not want to say. Well, I just had to make sure I passed the message on. I'm sorry. Oh, hey mate, you should definitely kill Jojo though. Okay. I never felt a love like this. That was not what I meant to do. Wait. Let me turn the music up just to there we go. Right, but only I'm here. Oh, because I have the time to learn because you have the power of the tears and yeah. It's gonna be I age up, gonna be a year older. Libby, that's a terrifying time, darling. I'm sorry you have to experience that in life. Going up is always hard, but that's why I say, chat, don't grow up, level up. Such a bad thing to say. Then all the authorities when questioning. Shh, we don't say that here. I'm back. Hi. Chat, everybody say hi to Ori right now. I'm your father, you do as I say. I miss my eyes, bro. Very blue. They are very blue. Hello, Ori. How are you doing today? I'll say I'm an exception. Are you? I'm not gonna... No, I'm not... Listen, I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. Drago, I'm not even gonna lie, brother. A love like this. Right. I feel like, just to round off, just so I know. Right, Sin's notes. Just to reiterate, chat. So we have spoken about everything that is on my list. Let me just talk about this. So we've got... Oh, that's actually, to be fair, no, I didn't mention this one, and this one is one. We're gonna instantly push for partner, okay? We're doing it. I think we can do it. I think we can push for partner. Am I being delusional with it? Yes, but no, we're pushing for partner. We are doing anything and everything that's gonna help the algorithm, and we're gonna grow in like Sin Partner 2024. No, Ari, Sin Partner Summer 2024. Okay, we're gonna be pushing the absolute limits. I am gonna be uploading on YouTube all week. Okay, partner for Twitch. Yes. So, they leave us all behind. I'm uploading on YouTube. That's going to be YouTube Shorts and TikToks are going to be every single day. There is going to be a YouTube second channel video that's going out about twice a week. Hopefully 3 times if I have time to do that as well. We're going to be uploading a main channel video if we really do get the time to do it. I want to do Minecraft content on YouTube Shorts, TikToks, and on the second channel as well. I'm going to be, basically, I'm going to have no social life until summer. I'm going to be working on Level Up and on Twitch all day, every day. Twitch is where you all come by. YouTube and everything's where the content's going to be stored. It's going to be great. I'm uploading the VODs onto YouTube straight after as well. We're going to look into multi-streaming. I'll be your social life, and Adam, that is all I need. It's just you as my social life, because you're my social king. And Leah, but we don't... You know what I mean. Actually, whoa! Whoa! It's just no social life. There's going to be more uploads than I've ever done. I only ever upload, and it's the thing where I feel like that we failed last time, chat, is I only ever focused on streaming on Twitch, and then I would never restream, I would never multi-stream, I would never upload onto YouTube, I wouldn't do TikToks. I just took the time for granted, and running a company has kind of made me realize that as time goes on, time's valuable and you can't really mess around with it too much. And I don't really have time to... I don't have time to waste anymore, basically. So, don't waste time. Do it all on uploading whatever I need to upload, whatever I need to do. And I'm going to make sure, and I will make you hold me to this. Hold me to this, chat. I will be partnered by summer of this year. And if I'm not... I don't know. I'll shit in my hand and clap. Who knows? I'll hold you. You'll... Yeah, if I'm not partnered by summer 2024, Adam will hold me. On stream. By the neck. And by neck, I mean shoulders. free level up passes. I'll give, if I'm not partnered by Summer of 2024, I'll give one away. Pick you up like a baby by the neck. What babies are you holding? Oh, yo, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Hold me up, Simbasat, and just accept the shit on his fingers, and that's where he's rubbing across my face. Chat, did you know? I think I like this because like this happened last time when we went live once, right? And this was about a year ago. We went live and we lost more followers than we gained in the day. First time it's ever happened. And it's happened today because obviously we came back after a year. People have changed. People don't want to follow us anymore. That's fine. People just grow up and move on. And because I haven't went live, they haven't seen me in a notification to unfollow. And I noticed it before. I looked down and was like, oh wait, we've lost loads of followers. That's what happened. What's your favorite drink recently? Coffee. Has to be. Yeah, it is. It's coffee. It's never changed. It's always going to be, always has been coffee. I'm sorry. I'm an addict to caffeine. Okay? I'm sitting back on my chair. Definitely moonshine. It is definitely moonshine, partner. I love it. Orange squash is my favorite. Orange squash I'm not allowed to drink. Well, not squash. A pure orange I'm not allowed to drink because I'm too addicted to it. I hate the taste of coffee, but do you like the effect? Sorry. That's where we lie. Just asking. Hey, yo, it's fine. I'm drinking it right now. What mic you got? Short SM7B. This baby's the best thing ever. Never had a cup of coffee. So, Ari, that doesn't work though. Do you just know you won't like it, or do you just not like the smell? Inject it. I hate the taste of it. I've never had a cup of it before. I've injected it. I've sniffed the full contents of a cup of coffee. And that's how we're here today. And that's how Ari gets her Ariism. And that's why I love you. How do you wake up in the morning? Preferably by opening my eyes. Yeah. We had my first energy drink a few weeks ago. Drago, don't drink energy drinks. Coffee's good enough for you. Tea's good enough for you. But energy drinks, they will kill you. Hey. Now, who does my live? Who are you? Maybe. You're a potential raid. I say that like they're a target. You're a potential raid. I'm trying to think of like who do we woo. No energy drinks or coffee, but I do love tea. I do love tea. But I have tea when I want to wake up. Because tea has the adverse effect, and so does coffee. Coffee makes me sleepy, but keeps me awake. It makes me exhausted. But tea wakes me up. It does. It really does not. My parents didn't let me have soda growing up, so I avoided most caffeinated drinks. Oh, that's fair. Fair. I'll bomb a large Red Bull when I want to be stupid but faster. That is just Adam. That's the most Adam thing Adam said all day. And Adam said some things today. You know that. I'm trying to look at chat. Trying to look at like who's the potential target for today. I know who we're raiding today, chat. I know who we're raiding. Yep. We're gonna be raiding Dawn today. I love Dawn. Dawn's cool. Probably someone that lives on planet Earth. Why you gotta be planetist, bro? We don't need to be doing this for Martians. Martians can get raided by us. How long's it been in Buckaroo? Igor. How long's it been, Buckaroo? You tell me. It's been at least 14 days, don't you think? It's been like, what, 2 years now? Yeah, it's been like 2 years. Damn. At least, factually, we're all correct, chat. Right? Recording session, so see you in like an hour if you're still alive. Alright, we're about to be doing a raid in a second anyway, but go do your recording session. I love you. Are you playing Cody's with the girlies by any chance? I feel like Ari's just leaving to go play code names with the girls, and I feel like I know which lobby it is that she's in. I drink water and electrolytes. I have a healthy for what I do. I mean, you don't need to be drinking electrolytes just to make yourself healthy, you know. Let's check this. I want to make sure that I'm being correct. Oh, I can't even say. Never mind. Sorry. Chat, I think we should go over and do a raid. So basically, chat, don't forget the next stream is going to be on Monday, right? We're going to go Monday, and then we're going to be playing GTA roleplay. You guys are going. It's going to be the debut of Meta Tate. You guys are going to meet Meta Tate for the first time. We got some tow trucking jobs coming up. We're going to be doing a lot of cool little shit going on. That's going to be cool. We might be playing Minecraft at some point. We're definitely going to be trying to get an Among Us lobby going. So you guys should definitely either want to play Minecraft or Among Us. Stay in the Discord server. Again, if you're not in the Discord server, !Discord. Get in there and chill with us. It's been nice to catch up with everybody. I'm glad that you I'm glad to see that people actually still want me to stay live. It's like you guys have missed me a little bit. So I'm cool. Hopefully we do that. And Drago, brush up on your editing skills. Message me and we'll see what we can do, okay? But I want to just check up on Heck before we go anywhere. Because I think... Is Heck playing with Ari? No, Ari is not playing with Heck, it looks like. Let's check out Dawn just before we end. I don't want to just raid someone that's on whitelist or public. Definitely he's on public. 100%. Oh yeah. Dawn has been Dawn's only just started. Pretty much. I gave up. Right, chat, listen, let's go. Oh, my encoder's overloaded again. Let's go to do raid. Right, we're doing a raid, chat. It's been lovely to see you all again. Don't forget, join into the raid, type in your message, and let's go in and let's do Wakanda forever. Rwanda sometimes, you know. Let's get going with some just go over and just say be nice and all that, you know. Let's go in with a Sintrosity HD raid, and then let's go in with a cheeky little love. I think we can do this, you know. Is it like, yeah, there we go. Chat, put that in the chat. Go over, say hi to Dawn for me. Be nice, stay in the chat, be talkative with her. She's a lovely person. She is currently playing on Supermarket Simulator, so if you want to watch someone being a cashier in America, be that. It's all cool, it's all dandy, all great and lovely. I love you all. I love your faces. You've all been kind, you know. You've all been kind. I love you. Thank you. I will see you all on Monday, 9 p.m. GMT. Your local time will be posted into Discord, so join there again. As always, chat, I love you. I love you. I love you. I will see you all next time. And let me turn this up. That's way too loud. I'm so sorry. I'll see you all later, chat.
You hear me out.